Hey there, welcome back. Today's video is going to be a quick first impressions video of some new skincare that has just launched and that I've been testing out. I haven't given it a full kind of run, but I wanted to talk to you about it and give some first impressions and kind of what I was thinking. A lot of this stuff is just launched, but I've had some of it for, just a few weeks. But I wanted to just go ahead and put up a video and talk about the products, and then as the more that I use them and have further results, I'll update you guys either on the blog or Instagram or here, wherever. So let's get started. Mostly it's all skincare, and mostly for the face, and then 2 body products. So the first product that I want to talk about is the Peter Thomas Roth Camu. I don't know. I think that's how you say it. The vitamin C line that he makes, and he now came out with the vitamin C brightening powder. So it's one of those powder cleansers, much like Dermalogica makes and Tatcha makes. And I really was drawn to this one because it has vitamin C in it, which really was exciting. I know that, vitamin C already is like a brightening ingredient, so I was excited to see that there was now a cleansing powder that had vitamin C in it. And I know that this line is very, very popular that he makes. I haven't tried any other products from the line. This particular Camu. I know it's probably something different, but I like saying it that way. Camu. His vitamin C line. And so it's very similar to like the other powder cleansers that you may be familiar with. It's powder that you kind of put into your hand. It's like a very finely ground powder, and then you add some water, and then you kind of use it as a cleanser. I don't use it to remove makeup. I use it as like a second cleanser, but because the granules in this one there's some very fine ones, and there's definitely some a little bit bigger ones. So I tend to like to use this more as an exfoliator than as like a regular daily cleanser. There are some of the powder cleansers that I can use on a daily basis because they're so fine, but this one's a little bit stronger in my mind, or that I feel when I touch it. So I find that I like to use it more as an exfoliator. But the few times that I have used it, it really gives a very bright finish. So my skin is obviously very smooth afterwards. Doesn't feel very tight, and it looks incredibly, incredibly bright. So I'm excited to keep using this, and I will keep you guys posted. Next is from a brand that I talk about all the time. You guys know that I love First Aid Beauty. I just did a review of their Milk Oil Conditioning Cleanser. I think that's what it's called. It's the milk oil. It's their new cleanser. And this is their new Ultra Repair Hydro Firm Sleeping Cream. And it is very, very rich, as many of First Aid Beauty products are, because they're really great for anyone with sensitive skin, eczema prone skin, anyone who has, just really dry skin. I mean, they're also great for oily skin, but especially their Ultra Repair line is so soothing and hydrating and nourishing. So the texture is incredibly thick. It's a very, very thick kind of cream. And while it is very thick, it does dissolve into, it kind of absorbs into the skin, not like the overnight mask. The overnight mask has more of this like gel-like consistency that like instantly kind of soaks into the skin, and you can barely feel it once it's on. This definitely does stay slightly tacky on the skin, but it's really, really nourishing. It's definitely a different texture. It's almost firmer than the Ultra Repair regular cream, their Ultra Repair kind of Ultra Repair cream that they make, and you can use it for the face, hands, body, everything. This is a little bit thicker and firmer in my opinion. And definitely when I've used this, my skin feels a lot firmer when I wake up, exactly what it says. So the texture of the cream is a lot firmer, and that's kind of what I feel like when I wake up. My skin is very taut, very smooth, and definitely has a little more suppleness to it, so it's definitely a little bit firmer. And it's definitely for night, because this is, for me, it would be way too heavy for during the day, but this is designed to be a night cream. So anxious to keep using that because it's now freezing cold in New York. Ooh. And I need all the moisture I can get. Which, a little update, I have, in an effort to hydrate even more, I have tons of products I can use and that sort of thing, but in an effort to really amp up my hydration from within, I was saw this article about this woman that started drinking like a gallon of water a day, and she did it for like 30 days, and she saw such a difference in her skin. And I drink a lot of water, but I realized that I wasn't drinking as much as I thought I was. Like when I actually measured it all out, I was like, oh, I'm really not drinking as much as I thought I was. So I've kind of been on a challenge. I challenged myself for 30 days to drink a gallon of water a day. It's like 128 ounces. And it's not as easy as one would think. So I'm on day 7. It has been difficult some days. I have to really like kind of force myself to get all the ounces in. I'm starting to see slight differences. And I'm really curious as to kind of the full 30 days. I mean, obviously I'm not going to stop drinking water after 30 days. But I'm curious to see if I'll have it, like what immediate effects. Because I really, that's half the battle. You can use all the skincare you want, but if you're not nourishing and hydrating from within, sometimes it's like, why even bother using the skincare? So I'll keep you guys posted if I have any like really significant results. So far, I've really been seeing some nice results. My skin definitely is not as dehydrated, but nothing like major significant, so I'll keep you posted. All right, I rambled enough. Next is a new one from Kiehl's. It's the Precision Lifting and Pore Tightening Concentrate. There you go. And this is a new concentrate. It's a serum. I like to use it during the day. I've only used this a few times, so I can't really speak to the pore tightening like results yet. I didn't see exorbitant, like tons of pore tightening results. It's really, but I will say that it is very hard, even though I do have quite large pores. There isn't too many products that I've ever come across that really were like, whoa, my pores look so minimized. So that I kind of knew was a challenge already, because I rarely find products that do that. But I did, first of all, I like the texture a lot. It's kind of a thicker serum, so it's not super watery, and it's a little bit thicker, which I like. And I like the way that my moisturizer wears over top of it, or I don't have to wear moisturizer at all because it's thick enough, which is nice. It does make my skin feel very smooth, and a little bit has a slight tightening effect, which I like, which is why I like using it during the day. It doesn't make me very shiny or kind of oily, which in turn then makes my pores seem less large, because especially when my skin is very shiny, it really emphasizes my pores. So it kind of helps in that way. I haven't seen too much of a decrease, like I said, in pore size, but I haven't been using it long enough, so I really wanted to just give you guys my first impressions, talk about the products, and then kind of keep you updated as I keep using them. So stay tuned. But I'm a big Kiehl's fan. Their body cream, creme de corps, holy grail, love it so much. Their ultra facial line, amazing, can't live without it. The facial fuel line for men, if you have a man in your life, or you're a man and you are not big on whatever skincare is kind of out there, give Kiehl's facial fuel line a try. It's really great. All right. So I'm going to leave this one special product for last, the last face product. I'm going to leave that for last and talk about 2 other body products that are new. One is the Murad Detoxifying White Clay Body Cleanser. First of all, this stuff is so thick, which I love. I love a thick body wash. And I love that it's detoxifying, and it has a really kind of fresh scent. It's not too fragranced. I like that, I tend to suffer sometimes from slight breakouts on my back and that sort of thing. So I really like something that'll help detoxify the skin, and especially because it's so thick, the few times that I've used it, it leaves my skin so hydrated and moisturized. I'm even hesitant to say this because I love my Dove, and I put it up on a pedestal. I love my Dove Sensitive Skin Body Wash so much, but it rivals that in terms of moisture, and nothing touches that. But this came really close. It really almost enveloped the skin, which I really liked, and especially when it's so dry out or so cold out, my skin just needs that additional moisture. So anxious to kind of really get through an entire bottle of this, because I really already saw such great results a few times that I used it. and I'm anxious to kind of get through it and really see how much better my skin gets. Next is the Murad Firming Peptide Body Treatment. And it's a firming product, but it's a lotion. It's a lotion that, here, what does it say here? It's kind of, it melts upon application into a light oil. So I was kind of like, what? What does that mean? But it does. So it's a really thin kind of, not completely like a milk, so it's not like runny, but let me just see if I can squeeze some out here. It's just a very light lotion, but it does kind of, it's really hard to see, but it really does kind of transform into an oil, which I love. I love body oils after the shower. Ugh. But this is some heavy duty stuff. So now that, when I just put it on, it is intensely hydrating and nourishing. And I have seen a definite change in like the tone of my skin, because obviously if your skin is very hydrated and very, moisturized, it's gonna appear supple and firm. I didn't see too much like of a firming effect, let's say in my like back of my legs where I suffer from cellulite and whatnot. But I did see a definite change in the tone and suppleness of my skin the few times that I've used it. And what I love, but I will say, I only use it for nighttime, because there's no way that I'm gonna be able to get some clothes on over this. Because it does stay a little bit tacky on the skin, so I just need a small amount of this stuff. But that being said, it really feels delightful on the skin. And I was having a particularly itchy day when I was testing this out, and I was really hesitant. I was like, I don't know if I want to give this a try, or I should just stick with like my gentler body lotions that I know work. And I was like, let me just give this a try. And it helped soothe my skin so much that all the itchiness and discomfort like instantly went away. So I definitely think this is going to be a wintertime staple for me. I don't know how it will work in the summertime for me, so stay tuned. It may be a little too heavy for me in the summer, but already I'm really loving it for the winter. Both of them are just really intense and intensely nourishing and hydrating, which I like. All right, and last is one that has been highly anticipated. Everyone's getting really excited about this. It's the Luna Sleeping Night Oil from Sunday Riley. So like I said, all this is first impressions. I haven't been using this stuff for 4, 6, 8 weeks yet, so it's kind of my initial thoughts on them, and I will update you guys as it goes on with specific results I have, or if something like stops working for me or whatnot. So, but my initial thoughts on Luna. First of all, I really enjoy Sunday Riley products in general. Love them all. The cashmere sunscreen, I think it's called the cashmere sunscreen. Good Genes, the ceramic slip cleanser, the Artemis oil. I even love the Juno body oil. I'm just a huge Sunday Riley fan. So I was excited to try this, first of all, because it contains retinol. So it has a trans retinol ester. So it's definitely designed to be a more anti-aging oil. And it helps to improve the appearance of damaged skin, reduce pore size, and helps fight wrinkles. So it's a really strong anti-aging oil. And it's blue, so when you take it out, I know it looks like a blue bottle here, but the actual stuff is a blue. But when you put it on the skin, the blue goes away, so you don't look like a Smurf. So I used it at night, and the first few nights I used it, first of all, it instantly soaks in. Not to the point of a dry oil. I do have some, like my Subaki Basha dry oil, that like you can't even tell it's on the skin. I still have some slip to the skin. There is still some moisture there, but this is the only product that I would use. And you can layer it over other things. I like using it alone. So after I've done all my treatments, my cleansing, my toning, if I'm gonna mask, and then I'll just use the oil by itself so I can get like right onto the skin. And that's been enough for me. So the first few results that I've had is when I wake up the next morning, my skin really does look pretty stellar. It looks even toned, it looks natural. So no, sometimes I wake up with lots of oiliness, had none of that. Very smooth, very supple. I'm a big fan of retinols though. I really find that they help with any breakouts that I have. They help to minimize breakouts, or from having a breakout, they even help to treat it because they're great at exfoliating. And that's, I want to exfoliate off that dead skin so that I can prevent any breakouts or treat any breakouts. But it's definitely some heavy duty stuff. So I know that the retinol in it is pretty significant. So I'm excited to see the long-term benefits of it after I've been using it for a while. But my initial thoughts are, I love it, which I pretty much knew I would, but you kind of always are like, I'm gonna love it, but what if I don't? There's always that fear, like what if you don't love it? But thankfully, I tried it and it lived up to my expectations, because there's nothing worse when you try a skincare product or a beauty product and you're like, ew, and it completely lets you down. So this has completely lived up to it, though I'm excited to see what will happen once I've been using it 4, 6, 8 weeks, even longer. So stay tuned. I'll definitely update you guys, probably update more on Instagram, and that's kind of easier for me to kind of get the information out really quickly and update you guys quickly on my thoughts with a lot of this stuff. So hope you found some new stuff to try, or if you were interested in any of this stuff, maybe it gave you a little more clarity. And let me know if you have any questions, leave them below, and I'll link everything that I talked about below, and I will talk to you guys soon. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.